Well, all right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube, Pastor Dowell here. Well, it's obvious that this economy, for the last 2 years that we have found ourselves in, every single American needs to ask yourself this question. To hell with what Sleepy Joe, to hell with that shell of a man, decrepit, senile, hide in the basement president says. No matter what you may think or no matter what you may feel about Donald Trump, he's not president anymore. But when you compare Donald Trump's presidency to this disaster of a presidency, are we better off or worse off under Joe Biden? I mean, voters, when they go to the gas pump, they can tell you that they're worse off under Biden. Voters, when they go to the grocery store, they can tell you that they're worse off under Joe Biden. The Biden administration, Biden himself says, we are building the economy from the ground up. No, you're tearing it down from the top down. That's what you're doing. And nobody believes the rhetoric. The press secretary is a laughing stock of a joke. It's just sad. I don't even know how the press corps can continue to keep even doing their job. It makes no sense to me. How can they keep doing it knowing that when that press secretary, you know, that young black woman, who is a lesbian. She's a known lesbian. But how in the world can y'all continue to keep doing your job knowing full well that you're not going to get any interviews from this president? He's not going to be honest with you. He has a crackhead son that it's obvious that the cover-up is for real concerning his son and Russian collusion. But how you go to this press conference knowing full well that you're not going to get any solid answers, no truthful answers. It's just going to be rhetoric, and it's going to be lies, and more lies, and continual lies throughout his presidency. I mean, America, we're literally a laughing stock. None of the countries in this world have any respect for us whatsoever at all. It's all gone. It's nonsensical. It's crazy. It literally makes no sense. No, we're actually worse off. And you can't even get 60% of the population to agree that we are better off under Joe Biden, especially when, look, inflation is eating every single bit of your substance, my substance, everybody's substance out from under them. Extraordinary high gas prices. They try their best to force, let me put this here, they try their best to try to force electric vehicles on us. And of course, you know what that means, right? That means that if we're going to get off of the combustion engine, we're going to get off of gas. That means everybody will either the government is going to give us electric cars. By the way, all the batteries are produced in China, and you don't want that on your resume. Or either, here it is, or either we got to all go in debt in order to so-called save the environment that they continue to keep destroying. You know, there are a lot of questions that need to be had and need to be said. Who destroyed the pipeline? And I'm going to digress here for a second. I'm going to change notes. It looks like that people are dropping out left and right from the Republican nominee race right there. It looks like Donald Trump's popularity has soared ever since we see that we have not only a kangaroo court system, we have a kangaroo law system. And I just really, truly don't know how long Americans are going to continue to keep tolerating this stuff. I mean, could you imagine with the things that are going on in this country right now? Could you imagine that stuff going on 150 years ago, 100 years ago? You know, when men were men and they wasn't confused about who they were? Man, this is something else. This is really something else. Wow. No, America, you know it just as well as I do, we are worse off. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats are turning on, well, they're not really turning. They finally have to face the reality of the truth is that this president is a piece of crap. The worst ever in the history of mankind. And this administration, a joke. I think what really gets me more than anything to know that, once again, we repeated history and we left Americans abandoned on foreign soil during the drawdown. We gave over $850 billion worth of equipment to our enemies. We had soldiers killed, and the only thing they did was play taps and give the relatives a triangle flag. And there's literally no hope. Now, the people who do have hope in this country, this society, this world, over in America, are the ones who see the forest for the trees. They know exactly what's going on, and they're making moves. They're investing in themselves. They're putting all the money into their own homesteads, their own land. They're coming out from the cities, because look at the chaos that is ensuing in these cities. Every single weekend in New York or California or Chicago, Illinois, we seeing in all these liberal states, nothing but just total death and carnage. Children are oppressors, and women are doing their damnedest to try to destroy masculinity and rule over us. Man, why? Because from the very beginning of that quote, they which lead you cause you to err. And man, the book is right. But me, myself, personally, I'll tell you what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that Jesus Christ comes and puts an end to all of this year. But I know it's not going to happen this year. But it sure would be nice if we go ahead and get on to the millennial kingdom. Wouldn't it be nice? Well, tonight, I have Hold Fast Wednesdays. I think that's what it's called. No, I got to get that. I can't even remember my own self. Anyway, we got a show tonight on my channel, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Myself, Pastor Daniel Rufus, the host of the shows. We have topics that we cover bi-weekly, and we're going to cover them tonight. If you want to be there, get your popcorn, get your milk, get your wine, or whatever. Be there. Listen to what we have to say. One thing's for sure, it will be the truth, because I'm a man of truth. And we'll give direction to our people to make sure that they at least have some type of glimmer of light and knowing of what to do in the midst of this wicked and perverse generation. Y'all blessed day.